Alright, so now I'm on the way to pick up the car. It's actually, I've only had it for about a day. It was done last night. They called me the same day I pretty much dropped off the car at about 4:30. So I dropped off the car, about 7:30, 8 o'clock in the morning. 4:30 they called me, car was done. I've been doing a lot of running around all day this in the morning here, but now I'm on my way to pick up the CTS V Sport, drop off this CT5, which it is. If you guys actually look at the video, I did a video review on this car right before this video comes out, so it's one right before this one. Check out that video. I did review this car, but for being a 4-cylinder, it does got some get up and go, and of course the handling on this car is just amazing. There is, I mean, you feel the lag a little bit, but I mean, when it comes to hitting turns at a certain speed, it just hugs those turns. So I mean, I'm gonna miss this car. I actually enjoy this thing. Can't wait till they come out with the Blackwing, which is gonna have the 650 horsepower. And again, that might be the next car that I bring into this channel, of course, when that comes out. Might not be right away, but at some point in time, that might be the next car, or maybe an actual CTS V, because they did stop making those cars. So I'm gonna keep driving. We're gonna get to the dealership and pick up the V Sport, and I'll see you guys in just a second. Alright, so just picked up the CTS V Sport, and alright, so I just picked up the CTS, of course. Now, the rear differential of course was done, and I'm gonna say something. If you guys are having any issues with your V Sports where you're hearing a loud humming noise from the back, which I thought was a wheel bearing possibly, and I told them to check that, or even any kind of jerking feeling like the trans is about to go out, that's pretty much your issue, is that rear differential, because right now the car feels 10 times better. It's smooth and accelerates right away. There is no issues with this thing. There's no jerking, there's no hesitation. I mean, that's what I was feeling. It felt like the trans was about to go out on this car, and now it feels 10 times better. It feels like a brand new car pretty much all over again. So I wasn't able to complete the transmission fluid because the trans fluid didn't get to my house on time, as well as I ordered the trans fluid and the coil packs to replace the coils on this car at the same time before I did a tune. So the trans fluid and the coil packs have not been done. When the trans fluid gets in there, it'll go back in for the trans to get a trans fluid service, and I will be doing the coil packs before the tune. But I'm not gonna leave you guys alone with, of course, this video, just taking it to the service department and driving around. When I get home, which is gonna be a little bit here, I'm gonna go ahead and put the new wheels on. So now, since I got the differential taken care of, the new wheels will go on. We'll finally see what the wheels look like on this car, and I can show you a before and after shot of the wheels and what kind of wheels I got. So right now, I gotta go into Target, get some stuff for the house, and then I will drive home. When I get home, I'll get the wheels put on. So I'll see you guys in just a bit. So now we are back home, finally, after driving around, picking up the car and everything. And now it's time to install the wheels. So I'm gonna show you guys exactly which wheels I got. And that's the wheels right there. Now, these are the Asanti ABL 12s. And gloss black, of course. Now for the front, I got a 19 by 8.5. The rears are 19 by 9.5. I didn't wanna go too wide on the rear. I kind of like the look it has on it. Just want to go a little bit wider. I believe the ones on the car currently are a 8.5-inch wheel. I might be incorrect on that, but even if it is a 9.5-inch wheel on the rear, the tire size I went for on the rear is a 285 now, compared to the current tire on the car, which is a 275. So I went a little bit wider just to give it a little bit more meat on the back of the tire and kind of make it look a little bit more flushed for the rear mainly. So that's why I decided to go with that size tire. Now, normally on all my cars before, and even if you look at my video, and I'll put the link in the description here, I usually go with 20-inch wheels. The problem was that the 20-inch wheels are very, when you get those tires, they are like a 245 to 30 or something like that. It's a crazy size. It's pretty much it's a rubber band tire. And it's actually a lot thinner than these are when it comes to the sidewall. So I decided to go with a 19-inch wheel. On top of that, the other cars that I've had weren't really performance-based. They didn't have the horsepower this one's gonna have after being tuned. So I decided just to basically go with something that is gonna be functional when it comes to for the horsepower, and something that's not gonna go, you know, be too crazy on there. So that first time ever when I bought wheels, I'm buying a 19 instead of a 20-inch wheel. So before I install the tires, of course, though, I have to change these sensor caps on here, or the sensor nuts. Now, I'm not sure why Car ID sent me the wheels with silver sensor nut. They're black wheels, you gotta send me black sensors, of course, or the nuts themselves. Now, they did send me black lug nuts. Well, they sent me a bunch of lug nuts. These are just regular lugs. I'm not sure why they sent me so many, but they did send me black lug nuts. Here are the hub rings. Always want to get those on installed when you put wheels on. And of course, I got to replace them with these. So I'm not gonna be, you know, doing the whole dismount of the wheel and everything. I'm just gonna be replacing the actual nut part and the actual cap, just to make it look, you know, give it that black look, even though the actual sensor itself is still silver. But you'll hardly see that once it's all installed. So let's get that done first, and then I will mount the wheels on the car and show you how that looks. Now that the valve covers and the valve nuts are on there, the black ones of course, on all four wheels, now it's time to mount the wheels. Now, one thing I did buy and I did not check was I needed a 19mm socket for the new wheels that are going on, not the factory wheels. So I went out and bought a 19 non-marking one, which is this right here. The problem with this one here is that it's too thick. It's not a thin wall, which I did not notice. Of course, and when I got the wheels in, I didn't notice that either. So I'm gonna have to use a non-impact one. I'm gonna tighten down by hand all the way, and I'm gonna barely use the impact gun to tighten them down, and then I'm gonna torque them all the way down anyways. So remember, use always impact sockets, but in this case, I don't have any. I needed a thin wall. This is the only 19mm thin wall that I have. It's non-impact, but it's gonna do the job for today. So let's go ahead. I'm gonna jack the car up, and pretty much, I'm not gonna go through the whole process of installing the wheels. Most of you guys or gals should know how to, of course, take a wheel off and install a wheel. If not, actually, Daniel from Jet Fuel Only has a great video on how to take wheels off and everything else. I'm gonna jack this car up, and I'm gonna just basically put the wheels on, and I'll be back when the wheels are on, and then we'll take a look at it. First, let's get a shot of the car without the wheels on, and then we'll get a shot of the car with the wheels on afterwards. So real quick, before I actually install the wheels, I got one tire off. I want to ask you guys a question, and I want you guys to, in the comments below, let me know. These wheels came with these small little inserts. These are like a carbon fiber insert. I'm not sure if you guys can see them here and get a better light. But it's like a small carbon fiber insert, and it goes like right in this little area right here of the wheel, and it goes all the way around. I'm gonna take them off the plastic. I'm gonna just lay them on there. I'm not actually gonna glue them on. And you guys let me know if it looks better with the carbon fiber or just all black. Now remember, on the car, after I ceramic coated it, I had them take everything that was carbon fiber out and go with gloss black. So the concept of the car is silver or gray with black. But I don't know if I want to throw a little accent of carbon fiber on the wheels. So you guys go ahead on the comments below and let me know if I should stick these on there, put these on the wheels, or if I should just leave them all black just the way they are. So I'm gonna lay these on here and let me know what you guys think. Well, they're on there, and actually it doesn't look half bad. I don't know if the camera is catching this, but it actually looks pretty good. I mean, it's not that carbon fiber that pops out, that pops on there, and you know, here's actually get a nice view with the light here hitting it. But it's not that type of carbon fiber that just pops out with all the white, you know, checkered style. It actually has got like a 3D design to it. And it's mainly black, so, I'm not sure. So I'm gonna take them off for now. Of course, I didn't glue them on there. You guys let me know what you think. Should I go with the carbon fiber stickers, or should I just take them off and just go all black with the wheel? Let me know in the comments below, and also on my Instagram, I'll have a poll in there. You guys can let me know there as well. While we take a vote on the carbon fiber or not carbon fiber inserts on the wheels, let's actually look at something that I forgot to show you before I started all this. Let's take a look at the new rear differential they put on the car. There it is, of course, right there. Brand new differential. See if they got new axles, or they'll use the same axles. Same axles, just all new differential. More likely, it's probably reman. I'm not gonna say it's brand new. It's remanufactured with the updated parts. That's what that is. So for all you CTS V Sport owners, there you go. Take your cars in, get the new rear diff. It will make a world of difference, I promise you. So let's just finish installing these wheels and get this out of the way. So with this YouTube magic that we have here, and there you have it. The wheels are now on the car, and I must say they are looking pretty sick. Don't like that little green cap there. Kind of throws off the whole thing, but for now it's okay. I'm gonna get some black ones for the whole thing, so I get them all the way around and get that taken care of. But the wheels do look nice. Now, of course, if you guys notice, they are missing the center caps, but that's because I have it right over here. Now, when they came, the other center caps, of course, right here, I did have the Vadi GFX, or an Eddie, pretty much, go ahead and do this for the caps. Now, what I was actually thought he was gonna do is, this is how they came. They came, of course, they're Asanti wheels, and it says right there, black label, Asanti. Black label right at the bottom there. I'm not sure if you guys can see that. But this was over the cap, like that's how it came. And I'm like, that doesn't look right. You know, it's a black wheel. And it was over the cap pretty much like this. That's how they came. Now I'm like, that doesn't look right, because it's a black wheel with a silver cap. You know, I didn't like that. And I wanted the V on this. So I put the V on the front lip and the side splitters and everything. I wanted that V in there. So what I thought, pretty much what I told him was just go ahead and print some decals on there and put them over this. He took it a step further. He took the actual decal, or this plastic insignia for Asanti, and he put the V on its place, which is awesome, and basically took it all off. This is just the plastic right there, and he just put the V in there. There's nothing else, just the V stickers on there. This is the plastic piece. He cleaned everything up nicely here, and he did a great job. When I actually looked at this, I'm like, whoa. I didn't know he was gonna go that step. Basically, take these off of here, clean the glue off of there, and then put the V on there, which looks awesome. And it still says Asanti Black Label, which is the brand of the wheel, pretty much. So let's go ahead and get these caps put on there, and then we'll see how it looks, because you know center caps are gonna give it just a different look as well. There you have it. So now with that V logo on there, they do look a lot sicker. I mean, the whole car just looks a heck of a lot better. And these are the wheels that I've always wanted. I've seen these wheels probably for the past 3 years. In the past 3 cars I've had, I was gonna get these wheels and I was gonna get them, and don't know why I never actually got them. Probably because I didn't have the money for them, even though they're not that expensive. found my car ID, pretty much is where I ordered them from. Now, something about the tires that I installed, which I didn't talk much about. I did not get any type of Michelin's or Continental or Bridgestone or Yokohamas or anything. I actually got a Nankang NS25. Now, the reason I got this tire, now I don't know if you guys have ever heard of Nankangs, but I guess that's how you say it, but the reason I got the Nankang NS25 is because on the 2014 CTS that I had, if you guys remember that video, the one with the powder coating, I ended up actually hitting a lot of potholes with those wheels I had on that CTS. And at one point, again, if you remember that video, I had a clip where I actually hit something on the road. It was a big chunk of metal. It had to be about 2 or 3 inches thick. It was just laying on the road, and I hit this thing, blew out a tire. It was leaking, and it was pretty bad. I thought I cracked the wheel. I thought I messed up the wheel. Come to find out that I didn't. I blew out the tire, so all I had to do is buy one tire, and of course the NS20, which is the tire I had on that car, very quiet, very nice tires in the rain. It was, I mean, they were really awesome. They didn't make it anymore, so they had this NS25, but I didn't want to get a mismatched tire, especially since that Cadillac was an all-wheel drive car. So I didn't want to get mismatched tires. When it comes to all-wheel drive cars, you got to be careful what type of tires you put on tread and everything else. So I ended up basically having no, I found them on eBay. Some guy was selling one that had like about 930 seconds on it, so I bought that tire from him. Installed it, but the rim didn't get bent. It didn't crack or anything, and that's because a tire is an extra low tire and it's reinforced. It's not a run flat, like where you could go, you know, 50 miles with the tire out with low air on it, but it's reinforced, which means it's stiffer, it's extra load, it's meant for heavier weight, and it could take an impact like that. Long story short, since that tire, that's the tire I wanted. I mean, I swear by Michelin's when it comes to comfort ride or traction or anything like that. I've always liked Michigan. I, as an advisor, sell Michelin's. I used to work for Costco, and I went to the South Carolina Michelin plant, test drove cars out there with tires, and they are awesome tires, no doubt. Same thing with Bridgestones. They're a really good tire, or Yokohamas, every other brand. But these Nankangs, and again, if you guys have not heard about these, look them up. They get pretty high ratings, good traction, quiet ride, and they last. They will last. And when I saw these, that the NS25s were available, I'm like, I'm getting these. So that's the only reason you're not gonna see a Michelin on this car, and that's because of the potholes, especially out here in the Chicagoland area. Not that I drive this car in the city of Chicago, because that is a crater out there, just holes everywhere. But in case I hit something like that on the road, I want my wheels to be protected. That's the reason why I ended up with an NS25 Nankang tire and not a Michelin Pilot Sport or something like that. So that's the main. All right, so that's enough of that. So I guess for this video, this is it. Again, took the car in for some service, got to run to the CT5, and I have a video of that being uploaded. You guys should see that video. It should be out actually by the time you guys watch this video. So check that out as a review on the CT5. But did the rear differential taken care of. Oil change was done. We'll have to take it back in for the transmission fluid, and waiting for the coils to get in so I can get the coils done before I do the tune on the car. But for now, rear differential oil change and the new wheels on there. Asanti ABL 12s, 19 by 8.5 in the front, 19 by 9.5 on the rear, with 280/530 19 on the rear and 240/530 19 on the front. So I hope you guys like this video. Hope you guys like the way the car is turning out. Give it a thumbs up if you do. Don't forget, that does help me out a lot. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'm gonna leave you guys with some shots of the car before and after, and I'll see you guys on the next video. Take care. Peace.